the explanation of the setup, but I have not tested it out yet. It's been very tempting to, but I've not done it. I wanted the initial moment that we did this to be on video. Hello everyone, Thranxes here, and welcome back to Stationeers episode 10, where we've done a lot of work. All our batteries are full, that's good. So let's talk about what we've done. So far, this area hasn't changed much, except I've used a lot of my resources. This area back here, I don't even know if this area back here works. I think a lot of this has been repurposed, disconnected. Okay, enough of the old. Let's start with the new. So we have over here the alpha hallway. And as you can see, we don't have any pressure anywhere. All of our air is currently stored somewhere. And then if you come over here, this is the materials processing center. And we don't have this room fully enclosed yet, so it's 0G. Let's talk about what we've set up along with these, floating construction supplies and everything else. So I've tried to light it up a little bit. We have this computer here is for our fabricator, and this computer here is for our sorter, but we don't have a sorter motherboard because we need silver, and that's one of the first things we're going to do. No motherboard, because we're going to start automating our resources, at least smelting into the raw materials by this process. So let's talk about it. So here's the fabricator computer. I've got it wired up so that when you turn this on, it also turns the fabricator on, and then you can queue stuff up. And then you turn it off, and it turns that off. Okay, so let's talk about what else is set up. We have a recycler and a centrifuge that are wired up to a bin over here because we're going to start repurposing all these old iron frames to turn them into steel, and that section over there is likely going to get decommissioned or restructured almost entirely. A lot of those parts are going to be repurposed, and that wires down into a chute that hits the recycler and then hits the centrifuge, which are set up to activate the moment they have something in their import slot, and they will turn on. And then over here we have the smelting area. Now this room actually is pressurized, and the way that it works is, let's go through the maintenance access over here. This is going to be a little maintenance hallway. This is all of our logic that we've set up. I'll talk about what it all does here in a minute. So we have this green light, which means that the room is clean. It is pressurized to about, I think it should be 101. No, it's not letting me. It's giving me little random bits of pollutants is what it's picking up. But in there it is pressurized here. Where's the pipe that leads into the passive vent? Here it is. 101 kPa, mostly oxygen, a little bit of the extra stuff. So here's the way it's supposed to work. Here's the way it's supposed to work. So we put ore in the bin here, right? Ore goes in the bin, trickles down. Then it should get sorted, which again, we're not actually set up to be able to use the sorter yet. Ore that I don't want to get smelted will be put over here. Things like coal, uranium, things that I don't want to go to the arc furnace. They'll get dropped out here, boom, just in a pile. And then I switched this to an import because, again, we don't have a sorter. But the sorter will then take everything that we want to smelt and drop it into the furnace. Now, when the furnace starts smelting, the air may fill with pollutants. If it does, the green light will go out. The red flashing light will come on, letting you know that this area is not clean, so you don't want to open the door if you're in maintenance access. At which point, when the pollutants are detected, it will activate the pollutant filter here, which will start pulling air out and filtering the pollutants over to some gas tank storage over here, which, by the way, all of our air that we had before is in this gas tank. So you can see, small tank, a little bit of pollutants, mostly other stuff. But this tank here will be just for the pollutants that come out of the I put a pressure meter here, but I'm almost wondering if I need a pipe volume pump to ensure that all of the pollutants are taken up into the tank. But I don't think I'll need one. I think that naturally the gas will flow up into the tank as it's removed from the air. at which point this room will also detect not only that there are pollutants, but it will detect that the pressure has dropped below 101, at which point this regulator will kick on and repressurize the room. And the minute the pollutants are gone, the red flashing light will stop and the green light will kick on, letting you know that you're back to normal atmosphere in there. Okay, that's the setup, and that's what all these logic circuits do. So you have, let's see, this reader here detects the ratio of pollutants, right? And then I have a couple of comparator units that are comparing against basic stuff. So we have a memory unit over here that is just a constant of 0. And what I use that for is state flipping. So for example, the arc pollutant compare detects if there is any pollutant in the room. So it says, hey, if the pollutant ratio is equal to 0, then the state is 1, and that's how it knows to kick on the green light, right? Now, if the arc pollutant ratio is greater than my 0 constant, then it knows to kick the red light on and also activate the scrubber. And then, of course, we have the memory unit over here that's for our pressure. Here it is, pressure constant 101. So we have another one that says, right, this compare unit. If the pressure reader is less than the pressure constant, then activate the pressure regulator. And then these are for the fabricator and the computer. So if the fabricator computer gets turned on, then the fabricator itself turns on. And then we also have this stuff over here that says if the recycler gets something in its import slot occupant, then activate the recycler. Same with the centrifuge. Okay, so that's the setup. That's the explanation of the setup. But I have not tested it out yet. It's been very tempting to, but I've not done it. I wanted the initial moment that we did this to be on video. I think it seems more grand that way. However, you know, if it fails, then we'll get to walk through the fix together. There's our silver that we need for our sorting motherboard. Okay, and then normally I was going to have the metal just feed right into the fabricator, but then all of my iron will be in the fabricator, and if I want to eject it, it's all going to come out as one solid ingot. And I don't like that. I like having the ingots in blocks of 50 that I can control where they go, where I use them. So I just instead had it to just dump the ingots right here. And then I guess this room will also end up being just a lot of storage. We'll probably store a lot of our portable coolers under this set of stairs and the other set of stairs. And then this area over here is where the furnace will eventually be, and it'll sort of be symmetrical, so it'll be automatic smelting here, manual smelting of alloys over there. Enough with the discussion. Let's see it in action. So silver goes in the chute, boom, ore goes in the chute, hits the arc furnace, activates, pollutants, green light goes out, red flashing light goes on. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Let's start scanning here. So looks like everything has kicked on. The room pressure is going down, wow, rapidly. So if the regulator is on, oh, I see. The regulator can't keep up with the amount of air that the filter is processing. Interesting. Okay, let's check our tank. So we might need, oh no, this is working fine without a pipe volume pump. 3 kPa. Oh, not bad, not bad. Okay, so we're getting our pollutants over there. This regulator is not going to stay here. This was just for getting our atmosphere air to the room so it could be pressurized. Wow, the pressure is really dropping. Yeah, it's building up in this pre-section of pipe here. That almost makes me wonder, though, if we do need a pipe volume pump to push the air through the regulator quicker. Yeah, because the pressure in this room is dropping the longer the filter runs. I guess that's okay, except it's just kind of building up in this pipe. Well, it will repressurize eventually, right? Yep, taking out all those pollutants. And let's go watch it come out when it's done. Which it should. It was only 25. It should actually be done pretty quick. I guess I don't think I've smelted silver before, so I don't really know I don't really know how long it takes to smelt. But that red light is really just to let you know that, hey, there are pollutants in this air. Don't open the maintenance door, and also to let you know that someone is smelting. So if you go back into maintenance, you know, you don't want to necessarily mess with any of the stuff. That's really all it's there for. It's sort of gee whiz. It wasn't really super necessary, but oh, silver, it's going to hit me in the face. Pink. And it's still flashing red because we still have pollutants. Okay, let's make sure everything cycles properly. And I will get lights in this little maintenance area here eventually. So, okay, it's still filtering stuff out. So as soon as the room is clear of pollutants, guessing the pressure regulator just can't keep up with the... it's sort of keeping up. The more pressure it builds up in here, the faster it comes through the regulator. Okay, so it's evening out at about 48. It's about half an atmosphere. Oop, there it is. Room is clear. So the filter has turned off. And the pipe is pressurizing back to 101. And then the regulator should turn off. Oh, it's getting there. It's getting there. We'll just put it away and watch. Uh-oh. There's 101. Why did it not turn the regulator off, I wonder? Oh! Oh, because it took time for the air to cycle through and fill this room to 101. Well, there you go. There you go. Okay. Everything worked. Everything worked like it was supposed to. It's amazing. Okay, well, now we can start working on the sorter, which I guess is going to be, not I guess, it was designed that assuming everything worked like I hoped that it would, that we would be handling the sorting in this episode. So let's do that. And then we can start repurposing and tearing all this down and reprocessing it and gathering a bunch of resources and restocking all of our materials because we need a lot of copper. We still have some steel. We have almost no iron, no copper, a little bit of gold left. It's not the end of the world. Silver goes in here. I guess we could have put it in the fabricator, but I know I have all my other stuff here that I need. There you go, gold and silver. Now, I have not messed with, because I haven't done the silver yet, I have not messed with any of this sorting, so I'm not sure how this is going to go. I'm hoping it's pretty self-explanatory. We're going to find out. I know, it's 0G. Okay, sorter open, motherboard, and let's change this chute around here. No, this is a, yep, specialty chute, so we're going to go with a corner, like that, boom. I'm hoping I got that wired up right. You know, I just realized if these chutes are backwards, either way. Okay, sorter computer on, arc sorter, yep, there we go. Whitelist. It's not letting me see what's down there. That's not good. Huh. So is the sorter just messed up? And, oh, is that really it? That we're not going to, oh, we're not going to have a sorter. No. It's got to be something I'm doing wrong. Right? Although it looks... Is it that I type, maybe? No. Son of a gun. That's a little disheartening. So apparently the sorter is busted. Or at least I'm not able to figure it out. I shouldn't say that it's busted. I don't know that for a fact. It's like it's giving me a little bar there, but I can't see it. Yeah, it's not letting me see anything. Okay, well then, so the sorter isn't exactly going to be our friend. I guess we could try the recycler and the centrifuge. Oh, without the sorter working, that means... let's try this. Let's try to turn that off. And then we'll turn this on. No, it still won't let me mess with it even if it's off. Even if it's off. Oh, it's got a config disk. Do I have to hold on, hold on. Maybe I need a data disk. I forgot about the data disk. Most of the time with the computers, though, you don't need a data disk. I've tried putting it in the computers. It doesn't really do anything.
0G.
Yeah, it doesn't. Nope. Does nothing there. Okay, let's leave this on. And we'll go put the data disk over here, right? And turn this on. Let's see if that works. Let's power cycle the computer. No. No, it does not like it. Let's see if I just change its name back to sorter. Well, I guess we're waiting on an update then. Okay, it's not the end of the world. It's not. We're just going to have to work around the sorter for now. And make sure we don't put anything we don't want to smelt into the bin. No big deal. I thought it was going to be really neat having this killer automated system, and I'm sure it will eventually. I would imagine
0G.
I'm not the only one that's had this issue with sorters. Oh, I just so want it to work. I want it to work so bad. Okay, all right, computer off. Okay, so let's rework these chutes then. I think the easiest way to do it is actually going to be to just pull up the sorter, and we'll just hold on to that. And then we'll break the chute. And it's just going to need a straight chute right here. Yep. And then rotate it. Like that. Okay. That should work. Let's see the process in motion. Okay, so we're going to escape this little area here. And let's see, we'll go out here. Yep. All right, you can see I've expanded the solar panel area. We don't need them yet, but I've got it ready for when the time comes. All right, I guess we'll start, we'll start pulling up these iron frames. They're not really needed. And we're going to repurpose the metal into steel, which is much more efficient use of our iron. Am I able to deconstruct this? Yeah, the airlock's not really functional right now anyways. All right, so let's try to get a full stack of frames. Ooh, does not have enough battery charge. Well, it's probably with as much deconstruction as we're going to be doing. It's probably a good time to cancel pressurize. Probably a good time to put in a large battery. We're going to hold on to the sorter. I don't know if we're going to need it. But yeah, let's put a large battery in our angle grinder. I think that's probably a good call. We're going to be using it quite a bit. I was going to say, it doesn't have to depressurize anything. It should let me right out. There we are. Just keep grinding up these frames. Oh, that is a steel frame. Oh, okay. All right, we'll keep chopping up these iron frames here. What else do we got? That's an iron frame here. And then, oh, we're going to start pulling up iron panels as well. Or iron sheets, rather. Let's go through and start doing that. Yep, right here. And then, got one over here, right? All of this is done. All of it. We're taking all this iron back. These cables are going to get repurposed. All of this stuff is going to get repurposed. We can get so many resources back. That's a steel frame. Okay, and now back to the iron frames. I believe a stack stops at 30. I just want to get a full stack before we test out our centrifuge and our recycler, since we don't have the sorter to play with. We're gonna have to play with this other stuff. Oh, wait. Okay, here we go. Now, let's see how this is going to work. Let's make sure it works from the bin all the way over. So the chute bin on, stick in 30 iron frames, and close. Now let's head over here. Should make its way into the recycler, and then the recycler should turn on. Is this a hatch I have to mess with or something? Did they get stuck? Is that stuff stuck in the... No, that's just a steel frame. It went, right? I don't... Here, there's no point in keeping this area shut like this. Let's just hop up and... Okay, it did take it. Huh. All right, let's before we break open the chutes and start messing with all that, let's take a look at our logic readers here. So we've got recycler reader. It's got a state of 0. Here, let's turn you off while I'm messing with you. Export quantity, export slot occupant, required power error, activate regents on import quantity, import slot occupant. Okay, let's go look at the import slot. Let's see, because that setup worked for the furnace. So perhaps we don't have an item in the chute. And it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like the frames ever made it. Oh wait, no, yeah, they did. They Huh. Now why would it... Okay. Now this setup is no different than what I have over here at the arc furnace. Oh, except it's not a corner. Maybe it can't be a corner directly into the machine? Maybe it's got to be a straight... you know what? Yeah, let's... We're going to have to change. It's going to end up being a little different. No, let's go ahead and do it. Kind of experimenting with this in real time. All right, so let's see if this variable is going to change anything. I don't necessarily think it will, but we're going to try it anyways. So it looks like the frames kind of got stuck right at the end and actually didn't even end up in the import slot. Yep, and then a corner like this, and then we'll make this one a windowed. That way we can actually see what's going on. Okay, let's try this again. So let's go with 30 iron frames. Close the bin. Should see them pass through. Oh, and they're stuck. They're not going inside the machine. All right, let's try a chute outlet, although I did not have to, I repeat, I did not have to use this for the arc furnace at all. But maybe it's just the way it goes. Wonder if it matters. Oh, that's the way it faces. Okay, hold on. Yeah, we're gonna have to reconfigure this. Where's my iron frames? I saw them shuffling around. Oh, I let them go. I just let them wander, didn't I? Oh, there they are. Okay, good. Good. Oh, the trials and tribulations of zero gravity. All right, so we'll put this chute back the way it was. Straight, and then corner, right? Another straight chute, and then this one will be our outlet. What is a chute? Okay, not the bin. Not the bin. There we go. I think that is it. And that's just for data. We shouldn't need the data. Okay, not yet anyways. Let's try it one more time. Iron frames. Boy, it really doesn't want to put these inside the recycler, does it? Trying to ruin my dreams of all this automation. Okay, well, let's at least see if it works from the recycler to the centrifuge. And it doesn't even turn it on. Why, oh why? I knew it was too good to be true. We had it work the first time. Okay, it says state 1. Activate on. That's what I'm looking for. Oop, there it goes. Okay. It absolutely processed those frames, and it did not deliver it to the centrifuge. So that means what? What's going to be stuck in this one here? Well, wait. No, let's look at the logic. Let's make sure the logic is set here. Centrifuge reader, state 0. Import slot occupant. Ugh. Centrifuge on. They really they don't want me to automate this at all. So if I destroy this, I should get... What exactly? Where did my stuff go? Turn back on. Oh, wait. It just...
Power low.
So it passed it right through the centrifuge. Okay, these are just going to have to always be on, I guess. That seems... Oh. Okay, I can set up another logic circuit for the recycler that says if there's an export slot occupant to also be on. I'm not sure what the recycler gave me, though. I'm guessing it gave me iron ore. Oh, yeah, look at it. It's backed up. The furnace didn't accept it all. Wait, no, 4 iron per frame times 30. Oh, that's quite a bit of iron. Let's continue this experiment here. So if let's put my chutes back. Steel frames, there's iron frames, iron wall, iron sheets. That should be enough. Nope, it's still only 41. Well, we can start tearing down these walls. I'm just gonna start demoing everything. We'll demo this room. If this... Oh, what? What? Because the locker got broken down? How did I break the locker down? Huh. Wow. Okay. All right. And the gold rolled all the way over here. Well, I don't want to make this room 0G now. Son of a gun. Okay. I guess, well, here, we're just going to conduct an experiment. Let's see how this works, because I haven't messed with the recyclers or the centrifuge much.
0G.
Okay, wait. So there's 50 ingots of iron. So that was it? Huh. See, I don't know what I started with. I should, okay. Let's try this again. So we'll import one frame. It turns on. Needs to stay on. And then, oh, that just gave me, okay. And everything's all jammed up now. Okay, well, I guess the chutes need a little bit more work. Unfortunately, it seems like they're fighting with me. I feel like I had a pretty good system in place, or at least an idea for a good system.
0G.
And the sorter doesn't work, and it looks like the chutes are all bunched up now. So let's see what's going on, because the arc furnace should be recording state 1, right? Arc detector, activate arc furnace. Why are you not activating, I wonder? Arc detector, import slot occupant 1, activate, because it needs to recycle, right? I need to turn it off and then turn it back on. No. No, I need to turn this off, right? No, because it's still a state 1. Okay, all right. I have an idea for how to make this work, but it's going to take more logic. So let me go make some logic panels and I'll bring you back. Okay, so it looks like I fixed it. I was hoping to get it finalized and bring everybody back before I hit the switch, but it didn't work out that way. Oops, instead we've got 2 iron ingots, 10, 50. It's still smelting, so I imagine it's going to start throwing more down. So here's what I did, is I've added another reader that measures the export slot occupant of the arc furnace, along with this one that measures the import slot occupant, right? So then I put down a compare unit that says if the output is less than the input, then it should activate. So the only time, because the slot occupant is only going to trigger momentarily, so that should cycle power, right? Because now it's 0. So we reset up the writer to check the toggle function, which should toggle it out of activate mode and then back and forth. And as you can see, the pollutants are done. So let's look at all the iron that's floating around us. And then we have 50 here. That's pretty good. And then this one is 10. I think what we'll do is we'll just throw these right into the fabricator. There we go. Ka-chunk. I know that much works. Okay, no, try again. What is going on? This is bizarre because I know for a fact that this chute system worked previously. Let's see. And now it's not working. I had loaded this fabricator with this bin multiple times. Okay, so something is definitely up with the chutes. A little disappointing that. I might have to dig around and just do some research online and see if I can discover maybe if it's a mistake I'm making or if other people have had the same incident, what their workaround is. Feel free to let me know in the comments down below if you can see a glaring error that I've made, or there's a trick to the chutes that I don't know that we have to work around since the game is still very, very early access. I don't expect everything to work. Oh, but I was hoping the chutes would work. In any event, that's where we're going to wrap up the episode. So at least we know that this room is squared away and we can automatically drop all of our copper, gold, and iron into this bin, and it should handle it. It should handle it and dump it all out here into nice 50 block ingots, and then all I have to do is seal up a lot of these areas where stuff can float out, and we'll be good to at least start smelting more resources, because I'm starting to run out. I'm actually starting to run out of a lot of resources, and I'm not yet ready to deconstruct the entirety of this area, although we are going to start reclaiming a lot of the iron. We're just not at a point where we can do all of it just yet. That being said, this has been Stationeers episode 10. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've had a good time watching, because as always, I have had a good time playing. Please come back next time as we hopefully have a lot more resources to do more construction. And who knows, maybe I'll have this bin thing sorted out. It's not, I would not expect to have it sorted out, but perhaps, you never know. Until next time, though, take care.